So you've heard of the J-1 visa, the exchange visitor visa, but here's the plot twist. The visa can literally make or break your US career if you don't know one hidden rule. Welcome back to the Student Helpline, your go-to smart, strategic visa planning that actually helps you stay ahead of the game. Today, we're decoding the J-1 visa and especially that tricky 2-year home return rule that nobody warns you about until it's too late. By the end of this video, you will know who can apply and how it works, the one form that controls your entire J-1 journey, what that 212E rule really means and how to avoid it, how to plan your next move without losing 2 years of your life. So if you're planning to study, research or intern in the US, hit the like button because this one's going to save you a lot of future stress. The J-1 isn't your typical student or work visa. Its main purpose? Cultural exchange. That means you're there to learn, experience and return, not to settle permanently. That's what F1 and H1B visas are for. For more details in F1 and H1B visa, check out our full-fledged video. Link is in the description. The J-1 visa is run by the US Department of State, not USCIS, and that changes how everything works. There are 15 categories of J-1 visa, but here's what most Gen Z students care about. Number 1. Student, high school or university, for short-term and non-degree courses. Second, trainee or intern, for hands-on professional training post-graduation, 12 to 18 months. Third, research scholar, for professors or researchers. Fourth, au pair, cultural exchange meets childcare. And specialists, for experts on short projects. No lottery, no annual cap. If your sponsor approves, you're good to go. Just remember, your sponsor is the boss here. They issue your DS-2019 from basically your visas, birth certificate and register you in service. Let's get into the key features. Sponsor-driven. Unlike the F1, which is school-driven, the J-1 relies on designated sponsoring organization approved by the US State Department. This sponsor issues your necessary documentation. Dual purpose. You can engage in academic study or professional training. No lottery. This is great news. There are no annual caps or lotteries for the J-1 visa. If you meet the eligibility requirement of a sponsoring program, you can apply. Validity and expiry varies by category. The duration of the J-1 status is strictly defined by the program category. Intern limited to 12 months, trainee limited to 18 months, research scholar professor up to 5 years with potential 6-month or 1-year bars on repeat participation depending on the program. And student limited to duration of the course of study. But note, your J-1 is valid only while your DS-2019 form is active. Once your program ends, you get a 30-day grace period to wrap up and leave the US. Here is where most applicants get confused. Unlike other visas, you don't apply directly to the government first. Your sponsor does most of the heavy lifting. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Get a sponsor. Your sponsor could be a US university, a company or a non-profit officially designed by the State Department. Step 2. Receive DS-2019 form. Once accepted, your sponsor issues the Certificate of Eligibility, DS-2019. This is the golden ticket. It lists your sponsor's name, program category and duration. Step 3. Pay the service fee. You'll be enrolled in the service, Student and Exchange Visitor Information System and pay a fee of around $220. Step 4. Fill out the DS-160 and schedule your interview. Bring your DS-2019 and service receipt to the embassy interview. Here's what the visa offer looks for. You meet the sponsor's program criteria. You intend to return home after the program since J-1 is non-immigrant. Bonus tip. You can bring your spouse and kids under 21 on a J-2 visa. And unlike most dependent categories, J-2 holders can even apply for work authorization in the US through on EAD, Employment Authorization Document. Now, this is the part that surprises 9 out of 10 J-1 holders, the 2-year home country physical presence requirement, known as the Section 212E. Here's what it means. If 212E applies to you, you must go back to your home country for a total of 2 years before you can switch to an H1B or L1 visa, apply to a green card, change your status inside the US like J1 to F1. So when does this rule apply? If any one of these is true. First, your program was funded by either your home government or the US government. 2. You came for medical education or clinical training. 3. Your field is on your country's exchange visitor skills list, a list of fields your government considers valid for development. And check your DS-2019 form carefully. If it says subject to 212E, That's your sign. There haven't been major rule changes, but the US State Department has tightened its review process to ensure J-1 programs aren't being used as backdoor work visas. And here's the tough part, getting a waiver for 212E has become harder than ever. Waiver options, only 5 exist. The most common are no objection statement, NOS. Your home government officially says they have no objection to you staying in the US. Second, exceptional hardship. You prove your US spouse or child would face serious hardship if you return home. Other lesser used options include request by a US government agency for national interest, fear of persecution interest government agency, which is IGA waiver. Pro strategy. The best move is to avoid triggering 212E in the first place. Choose a program that's privately funded and not on your country's skills list. Always check that list before applying. So how do you use the J-1 visa strategically? Choose the J-1 if your goal is short-term research, experience, exposure or cultural exchange, not long-term residency. Here's where it shines. Perfect for internships, summer training or research collaborations. Ideal if your university or sponsor covers the cost. Great for cultural exchange programs like au pair or summer work travel. But if your ultimate goal is to build a long-term US career or apply for a green card, F1 is the smarter bet. It leads directly to OPT and then H1B, no 2-year setbacks. Think of it this way. J-1 is a launch pad, not the landing zone. The J-1 is an incredible opportunity. It opens doors to experience, learning and growth. But because of the 2-year home rule, you need to play it smart right from the start. A single unchecked box on your DS-2019 could cost you 2 full years of career momentum. That's where the Student Helpline can help you. We specialize in reviewing your J-1 program and your home country's skills list, mapping alternative routes through F1 and OPT, guiding you step by step if you're already under 212E and need a waiver. Don't leave your US dreams to chance. Book your free consultation today and let us help you plan the perfect visa strategy for your goals. Thank you for watching and remember, smart planning beats lucky chances. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss on any updates. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. See you in the next video.